Hello, welcome back to another reaction video. Before we get started, I do want to say that if you want to catch more of us outside of these videos and anything that I just post on this channel, I do have links down below to my main channel about gaming stuff. I mostly stream, but sometimes I'll post on other stuff too. Including the Discord that you could also join. But yeah, so if you want to catch more of us, you could check out all the PlayPod links that are down below. We do stream together on Wednesdays, except for the upcoming Wednesday, and then I do stream on most of the other weekdays. And yeah, so that's what I wanted to kind of announce today, and let's get right to the music. So many animals.
So many babies.
So today, I want to show you the main antagonist of Final Fantasy VII, Sephiroth.
Oh, okay.
He has a song called One Winged Angel. That plays during the final boss fight and all that stuff. There are 3 major versions of this song that I want to show you today.
3 versions of the same song?
Of the same song.
Okay.
The first one is going to be the original version from the PlayStation 1 that came out in, I want to say, 97.
Damn. Okay.
Alright. One Winged Angel. Final Fantasy VII OST.
So this is boss fight song?
Yeah. Which also is like his theme.
Right. Okay. Kind of cheesy.
The sound card in the PlayStation 1 wasn't fantastic. The other versions are better. Like, it goes for what they were really thinking of.
Right.
But imagine being, like, fighting Sephiroth in 1997.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like, it sounds good.
All these pieces are also pretty long, too. So.
Okay. Yeah, because otherwise, it would just, like, keep rolling over, so...
Well, yeah. I mean, music will always loop in video games anyway, if they're used in gameplay.
Right. That's just, I don't know, it's just a feeling that I got. Maybe it's just the background picture that I'm looking at, how it's like a...
That's supposed to be a comet, by the way.
Okay. Round.
I mean, yeah.
So maybe that's just why my head went there.
Yeah. Like very like traditional orchestra style.
Right. Yeah, this sounds like older video game sound.
Yeah.
But this is cool. Okay.
So good.
And now we've got like a horror themed string going on.
Yeah. So much lead up to this battle too. Obviously, it's the final battle.
Right.
That's a Final Fantasy game.
Right.
Like one of these days, we are going to go through like the Final Fantasy games at some point. Like I do want to go through the remake because that is a little more pleasing. But the remake, it's more like a reimagining. They call it a remake. Because it is like the same story, but it's also different.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like Cloud and Sephiroth used to be soldiers in the same military, and then Sephiroth found out some shit about his like true mom, who is Genova, who was actually which means that Sephiroth was actually an experiment, and then he goes fucking batshit, and then. Like he turns Sephiroth was actually used to be a good guy. Like he worked for the military, like for soldier is what the military is called in the game. And then he just goes batshit crazy. And using the experiments and stuff, he's called the song name is called One Winged Angel because of the one black wing he gets.
Right.
Which in Crisis Core, that you learn more history about that. That was actually part of a whole experiment of like superhumans and using Mako energy and shit to boost up people and shit.
So it's gonna be a Wednesday playthrough sometime?
Sometime, yeah.
Okay. That sounds fun.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7's good. We'll probably do the remake. I also want to get through Final Fantasy 9 because that's one of the better ones that don't get enough love, honestly. But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot. I mean, Final Fantasy stories are insane anyway.
Right.
But or any JRPG story. Yeah.
Oregon.
Yeah. Yeah, the choir really adds to the song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got like what's supposed to be probably timpanis going with like an actual snare behind that. And cymbals.
Right.
Obviously on the PlayStation it's all MIDI, like synthesized.
Right.
To make it sound like an orchestra.
Just gonna throw in a little bit of everything. Can't hear it.
Yeah. And then I think it just kind of fades out from there. And that's where it
Okay.
loops again. So that was One Winged Angel, the very first original version of it.
Okay. In the late 90s.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That was, I mean, when you think about like its time and like how other stuff sounded at the time, I like it. Like
Yeah.
it's good. You know? It's
Good,
just,
but good boss music.
yeah. Because I don't know, just the fact that they use so many different like sounds too. Like
Yeah.
I really like that, how it's not it's not the same, you know, like one sound just over and over again. It gives you like a little bit.
Like a little bit of a musical journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
it's
I
supposed
mean-
to. It's supposed to emulate like an actual orchestra piece.
Right. So yeah, a lot of that, I do like a lot of the like individual sounds that they make like throughout it, because like you know, with it not being the same thing the whole time.
Yeah, and Square Enix and like Final Fantasy, like the composer of the music, really knows how to make pieces like that are dynamic, like
Yeah.
just in nature. Like I believe he's the same person who also does all of the Kingdom Hearts music that you've heard.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and that's all good. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the next piece I'm gonna be showing you, because I want the three pieces I want to show you are like pivotal parts of the music, right? And obviously, Final Fantasy VII is like the biggest Final Fantasy for sure. At least, so that's why it like always keeps on getting brought back. The next version is the Advent Children version, which is Advent Children is actually a movie, a Final Fantasy VII movie.
Okay.
That was made. That was a sequel to Final Fantasy VII. Actually, the movie quality now it's like it's fun. But it's very also corny. It's like mid 2000s
Okay.
era. But the piece is it's another One Winged Angel version. But the version I'm going to be using is going to be for, the one that they use for Smash Brothers. But
Interesting.
they use the Advent Children one for Smash.
Okay.
So just better sound. But it's the exact same piece.
Okay. Okay.
Again, same song, but this time it's an actual orchestra though, opposed to a MIDI orchestra.
Right. Okay.
By the way, fun fact, on my old music channel, that's not this one, the Rock Pod, I did do a drum cover of this one.
Oh, nice. Put the symbols and everything too.
Just wait. You'll see. You'll see.
Oh, yeah, that's what you said, boy. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit on our side.
Much better. This is early O's.
This is like mid to late O's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got it now.
You're getting it.
I think guitar makes a huge difference too.
Yeah, adding that metal aspect,
Yeah.
it changes the
Like-
song. So having like a real orchestra opposed to like a MIDI orchestra.
Right.
Obviously it's compressed to make it into a sound file. But adding that with like the metal backing, like totally changes the feel of the song. But it's clearly still One Winged Angel.
Right.
Like you know it.
Yeah. So good.
Which this is also the version that they used for Sephiroth's trailer for when he got released, because he's a DLC character.
Right.
So
I remember that.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. Okay.
It's one of the best trailers that they put out. It's amazing.
Okay, then it's not rolling this time, but
Yeah. Yeah, but with a little...
right, a little guitar, a little tight sound. Yeah, really badass.
Now this part's definitely different.
Well, yeah. Oh shit.
This is the most fun part to drum.
Okay, I see it now. That makes more sense to me now.
But the choir's still there.
Well, this is way better than the first one.
It's so good.
This is amazing. So it's a real orchestra plus just somebody freaking shredding on guitar.
It's a real orchestra plus like a band, like a rock
Yeah.
band. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
And we're real like choir too.
Right.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's a great mix.
So awesome. Yes.
That double bass.
Right. I love double bass.
Yeah, doing a drum cover of this, like,
Yeah.
and the flute.
Oh my god.
Same identity, but also different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this part's a little God of War ish
Yeah.
to me. We need to go through some God of War songs. None of it's metal, it's all orchestra, but still so good.
Feeling.
It's just good. Amp it up.
Right. I got it now. That was awesome.
So that was the Advent Children version of One Winged Angel.
That was awesome.
So
That's-
kick-ass.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Like, that definitely gets you hyped,
right.
for sure. And then, yeah, just like the orchestra metal combination, like, I think works really well. Especially, like, that nice intermediate area where it was just all metal, and then a little choir solo, and then went back straight into the orchestra, though.
Yeah.
And like all the identity is still there. Like it still has all the pieces of
Right.
One Winged Angel. Like it had that flute part, it has the you know, dun, 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 like it still has that,
Right.
but it's also a fucking metal.
That was so awesome. And they decided to change it.
Yes, again.
Okay.
So this last version is the most recent version of like most recent like official version, at least that I know of. It's from the Final Fantasy VII remake, which, by the way, the remake isn't a remake of the entire story of Final Fantasy VII. It's just what happens in Midgar, which in the original game is like the first 5 to 8 hours of the game, so like the first third. But they expanded it to a 40-hour like full game.
Okay.
And again, like so, it's a lot more in depth, and like to like actually do the Midgar stuff. Which, by the way, Midgar is just like the central town, like the like the main like city where the corporate bullshit happens. And you got the rich areas, you got the slums, you got the whole thing.
Right.
But you do. There is a Sephiroth fight at the end of this one, which doesn't happen in the original game. Like like a lot of what happens in the final third of the game really doesn't happen in the original. Like some of it does, some of it doesn't. They like that's why people speculate that this is actually like it's a sequel to Final Fantasy VII. It's just like a different timeline, and Sephiroth's like going through timeline shit. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But this version is you fighting Sephiroth at the end of the remake.
Okay.
We're gonna use the version that has gameplay.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So this piece is separated into phases.
Okay.
Because the boss fight has phases.
Right.
So like each piece is separated into like different phases. This person was able to put it together seamlessly as one whole.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Like song, because it's supposed to be lead from one to the other in one full piece. But in the game, like the first phase, like the song plays, like and it loops that certain part, and then once you get to the second phase of the fight,
then
it'll then go to the next part of the piece.
Gotcha.
But it is supposed to be a one whole piece, but it's also phased out as well.
Right.
So in this guy was actually able to he actually like shows like the phases.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it's pretty nice. I know there's cool shit happening on screen, but also try to pay attention to the music.
Yeah.
So, like, the game has gone a long way from 1997 to 2020.
Right.
But this came out in 2020. See, you get that flute section earlier in the song now. Yeah.
Plus, I was gonna say the string wasn't as like creepy sounding.
Right.
So I was waiting for that to come up again.
Yeah, this is definitely a bigger orchestra piece. There's a lot going on. So, like, it's a different piece, but it has all the identities of One Winged Angel
Right.
still. Like, it has the motif.
Right.
But so much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and talk about musical journeys, like we were saying. This one's a huge one.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm just even like thinking about like if you saw this like performed live, this is like a huge
Oh yeah, the conductor would be
right
going
and
insane.
shit. Yeah.
One Winged Angel. But now you get that classic
Yeah.
beginning. So now that first section leads you into what you know.
Right.
Actually, that's breath. Now it's getting slightly different, but you still got the dun, 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 dun,
Right.
dun, 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 dun. Like that yeah. Like the identity's still always there.
Right. And then like how it's like building up, like hyping up.
Yeah.
Like during gameplay, I'm sure that's like
Yeah.
really adds to your feeling, you know?
Oh yeah. The only thing is there's so much like other sounds going on usually that you can't
Right.
hear like the intricacies of it, and you're so focused on not trying to die.
Right.
But it still gives that feeling of
Yeah.
like the grandiose, even though you can't like really listen to the piece too much because you're again fighting the final boss of the game. It's still like what you said, like it really hypes you up.
Yeah.
Like we're listening to it like without all the sounds and with just the visuals, and we're like paying attention to the music.
Right.
But it still like gives that feeling for sure.
Yeah.
It's huge. And then strains are doing arpeggios at this part.
Yeah.
Like, Flight of the
I didn't even
Bumblebee
notice that. Like, yeah.
There's a lot going on in the piece. Like you have to really
Right. Like,
listen for it and dissect it. Like you got the brass, you got the percussion, you got the strings, you got the choir.
I don't know what it is, but it seems like the choir is like really like the main thing this time. Like at least in this section. Like
I mean, it tends to be on the front of all the pieces. you definitely know the
Right.
like that's definitely the sound that everybody connects One Winged Angel to, and then obviously Sephiroth,
Right.
obviously, but I kind of feel like it kind of blends in with the rest of the music a little bit more than the other pieces, honestly.
Okay. Maybe it's just like this.
This part
Section.
might be like bringing it out a little bit
Right.
more than the rest of it, yeah. So that part, like you just heard, like that leads into the phase 4, that it normally would be the ending of the piece, like Sephiroth, and then that's usually when the piece ends.
Okay.
Like of the true piece, but that leads into the final phase actually of this battle, making it seem even more grand.
Right.
So
okay.
let's hear that transition again. Like
Okay, see down the bottom.
now it's like going double time,
Yeah.
like really amping it up.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is the final phase, so it's
Yeah.
like you're really hyped up.
And I like the fact like that part, it goes from like a lot of it, like not exactly minor chords as the whole part, but it's usually in more sort of a minor where everything seems kind of like dark and Final Battle-ish. But now like halfway through phase 4, it goes into like a lot more major chords and a lot brighter tones, kind of like, at least to me, like giving off the sense of like victory, opposed
Right,
to
like,
just
hey,
like
you're doing it, you're almost there.
yeah, opposed to
like-
it being like the entirety of it being the villain theme. Like it's kind of at least to me, like the piece is correlating with what is happening in the battle itself.
I like that theory.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like hear the transition again. Let me. Now it's brighter here.
Yeah, and he even has that light. Yeah. Like that original like Rise superhero moment.
Yeah.
Like type sound.
And then right back down too. And now it's just everything's hitting the wall at this point. Like, visually and auditorily.
Yeah. So I loved the whole large orchestra choir type feeling you have going on here. Like I said earlier, I feel like this is one of those, like, if you were live seeing it, like, it would be fucking awesome. Like, yeah, and then the point that you made, I'm glad you, like, went back and played it again, but of that little rise that you have for a second there, like, yeah, that's total, like, superhero coming in to save the day moment.
Right.
And then, yeah, overall, it still had the same type of, like, the same pieces that the other ones did.
Yeah, like, it's still One Winged Angel. It still has the same motif and theme, and you know, like, when you hear certain parts, like, especially for those who've, you know, been listening to it for 30 years.
Right.
Where it's, or 25 or whatever. Where, like, you know, like, the pieces, like, dun, 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 or, like the flute part, or, like, like all that identity, all that, you know, the theme is still there, but, like, this part definitely adds so much more and make it more grandiose, and I still think, like, everything, because it adds a lot more than what the original had, but it still feels like One Winged Angel.
Right.
Even
for sure.
Even the pieces that aren't the sounds that you know.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, they're still there, but
right.
Yeah, just having all that extra layers of everything just makes it, like, you know, like,
yeah. But yeah, so that was essentially the evolution of One Winged Angel in 3 major parts. The very first time you hear it ever, and then the Advent Children version, the adding the actual orchestra and making it metal, and then this huge orchestra version that is the most released, kind of like the evolution of One Winged Angel.
Right.
So now I know there are 2 different feelings of, like, the metal version, essentially the metal version, and this version, but which one would you do, like, more? They definitely hit different spots.
Yes, it's 2 totally different feelings.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because, yeah, one is a lot more of a metal piece, and one is a grandiose orchestra piece.
Yeah, and then, you know, like you pointed out, this one's has, like, lighthearted moments, whereas the other one is just straight, like, I'm just gonna wreck you this whole time.
Right.
Like,
I feel like as a piece that is going with a boss fight, I feel like the orchestra one works better.
this one?
This one works better as a in-gameplay, like, boss theme for sure.
Okay.
Not saying that's not definitive on, like, which one's better than the other, but I think having, like, I think the orchestra piece works better with like what you're seeing and with it being in the background and stuff like that, opposed to, like, I mean, the original version, the Advent Children one, was made for a movie, technically.
Okay,
as well.
So that's why it's so, like, such a big deal type. Okay. But, so even though, I know you just said it's not better, you just think that this one is better for gameplay?
I think so. They both scratch different itches for sure.
Yeah.
Like, they are same song and same identity,
but different feelings.
Different feelings for sure. Between,
I don't
like,
know.
a metal, like, symphonic orchestra, basically, almost, and then a full-blown orchestra, yeah.
I gotta go with number 2. I can't, like, that. The guitar, like,
yeah.
Oh, it's just so awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just so, yeah. It's really hard to pick between the 2.
Right.
But if I gotta pick one, I gotta go with number 2.
Right. Gotcha.
But, yeah, those were all really good. Like, well, you know, the first one is really cheesy. But,
yeah.
But it sets, you know, it still sets that tone of everything, and then for the other 2 to, like, hold on to that the whole time.
Yeah,
like,
and then just evolve it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
And then, so another thing about this one, though, is like you said that there's so many layers that really you'd have to listen to it again to like pick out all the things that you didn't even like fully.
Oh yeah,
catch
if you're
the
trying to
first time.
analyze it, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the one guy that I saw, like, there are a lot of people who go through these like in reactions and actually like kind of go back sometimes and like, you know, pick the pieces a little bit and then continue the song and stuff like that. So yeah, like when you're trying to listen to a full orchestra and like there's so many things going around in the background that like stuff that I caught that you didn't.
Right. But
Yeah.
once you pointed it out, I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So,
and it just like adds
yeah.
more, even if you don't notice it, it still adds more to the piece.
Right.
Like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. So that, I mean, it was really kick ass. But if I have to pick one, it's gonna be number 2.
Cool.
So
that is it for this video. This one's a little bit longer because each one of these pieces are, you know, 7 to 10 minutes each. The Advent Children one is actually the shortest one. But I also feel like the Advent Children one is more of a complete piece, and so is this one where the first one loops when you hear it for the 7 minutes. But yeah, so that was all the one-way, not all, but the like 3 major one-way angels themes that I wanted to show from Final Fantasy VII.
awesome.
So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from us, subscribe. And again, there are plenty of links down below if you want to see more of us. A lot of, you know, gaming stuff outside of the music stuff. And till next time. Bye.